How's it hanging, dudes, and of course dudettes? My name is Shawn, and I think this is like my real first official upload on this brand new channel. Wish me luck, right? I've had other channels in the past, so if you recognize my voice, that's probably why. But this channel is all about City Skylines, and more importantly, the second installment that has been years in the coming, right? Oh my god, I honestly thought the game would just continuously update itself over the years, just adding new content, but it's like actually official. City Skylines 2. You can tell by the trailer playing in the background. Oh yeah, speaking of the trailer, this is what I want to focus on today. I'll link the full trailer in the description if you for whatever reason mistakenly click this video to watch it. I'm chomping at the bit to like share an overview of most of my, well, like my way more like speculative ideas, I guess. It's definitely speculation. I will be stopping often and freezing the frame like every few seconds to discuss what I see and what I hope or think about. You know, it will effectively be a general layout to make more videos about in the future, but I just have to get all of my ideas out. I have so many ideas written down on paper. There's so much to unpack in this trailer, so I'll just go briefly into each part that I've time-stamped for myself here, and we can experience the breakdown of the trailer together. By the way, nothing I say is confirmed, like at all, and I haven't had the privilege to play the alpha early, and I don't really even watch a whole bunch of other speculation videos because I kind of want to have my own. I want to go into it blind. Don't want to be spoiled, you know. Some of what I say may or may not have or hasn't already been addressed, but I am just trying to give you all my genuine hopes and ideas as they appear in my head and on the screen. As someone who has played City Skylines for years, I always wanted to create content, but I felt it was like an oversaturated, like you know, space on YouTube. But I've recently and routinely over the years found that the community is like super supportive, and they are all very, very cool and super supportive. Every single people, all of you. So in the future videos, I will go in depth on and expand on all the points, ideas, and speculations using this trailer breakdown as a video guide plan. So if you think I haven't thought of something, feel free to comment. So I will try to make each one of these points in this video a video all on its own later on, along with some map builds until the game gets released, and then we'll of course switch over, you know, and say goodbye to our little creation. For example, while we are building up to a release, I'll be making a save file for Cities 1 and start by building a map just to talk about the map possibilities in Cities 2, and we will add to the build in the city while talking about what could be in the game based on the trailer, at least until the new game drops. I'm late to the game, so let's hope we can get a bunch done. So it probably will be minimally modded of a map to save time. But anyway, I'm rambling. Drop a like and sub at the end, only at the end, if you think I've earned it. But anyways, let us begin speculation. Alright, boom, the opening. It's a shame we have to stop every few seconds because just look at the beginning of this trailer. It's simply awesome, symbolic of starting anew for the company and us as we all start our first new city at launch day. It's amazing.
It's time to start from the beginning. Yet evolve into something.
Okay, so the opening scene here says a lot. It's essentially a map or a map biome reveal. Yeah, it's arid. Choosing this style or theme to showcase first is a broad statement, as the original game, before DLC expansions, of course, was like all grasslands, mountains, and maybe some coastal stuff, and all were not distinct from one another at all. So Paradox going with this visual for the opening scene automatically means you can count on diverse vanilla maps, which in turn means modders will produce gold for us. Count on that. The speculation side of me is curious as to if there will be like real world locations, or maybe they, you know, have created a world all of their own with different cities you can build on different maps and can import and export to one another, and perhaps even reference via billboards and other adverts for custom names from another build you have in the works, effectively making a global economy within your own game, right? You follow me? Like, I know that's a stretch and I don't expect this, but and it might even be next level, but it is possible. I wouldn't be surprised if mods put something like this in, and it would be really cool because it would give you a reason to go back and upkeep one of your older cities and make new ones and continue your little economy, right? Like, oh man, this city needs aluminum ore, but this map doesn't have any. But in my other city in the mountain, I have a production plant that I can manually send request materials into and out of other regions where the resource is scarce or some might be abundant, right? And just ship things around to different cities. It's just a thought, but I do know what my next speculation / map build will be about. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait. I can't wait. But anyway, moving on.
New.
So just under 4 seconds later, we encounter Roadside Detail. You can see roadwork signs, cones, and barriers, all of which have was only previously accessed by downloading mods before. So the question is, will roads be instantly built like before? If not, does this mean building roads have a cooldown or like a resource dependent build timer in which roadwork signs might automatically pop up for the duration of the time it takes for the road to be zoned, planned, resourced, and then built? On the other hand, if yes, then do we get the option of adding this detail separately, manually, and at all, or at will? Does it mean that there is normal road upkeep, dispatching them from their own department with its own budget, like fire, EMS, police, health, etc.? Will it impact traffic randomly? So many questions and possibilities, and we are only like 25 seconds in, dudes. Oh, I know, a few more seconds in, this overpass here, I'm not sure of it. The way it's shown being built here is odd. It could just simply be a cinematic for the trailers. If I was to get conspiratorial, I would ask, does it mean what I said previously about roads being dependent on a build and resource timer? Maybe if you don't have X amount of concrete or asphalt, then planned construction will just be halted mid-build until you buy or produce the materials, which then gives you the roadside construction prop details like temporary pop-ups that warn or divert traffic even. Roads just be completely overhauled. Mechanic in cities too. I'm pretty sure roads will just be completely a different beast altogether. But yeah, so let's continue.
This city has a story.
Like, I know, 3 seconds later, but there's just so much in this freaking trailer, man. I'm so hyped. This roundabout, look at it. First, this means roundabouts are going to be basic vanilla assets. Look at the road lines. There are probably built as you make the roads, but I hope there is some manual customization to them. Check out the curb detail. The main thing in this frame that I notice is how the side of the road with the umbrella is all upscale and pristine, and the other side is just like uneventful and plain. I mean, this could mean that there is themed neighborhoods, like the sketchy part of town and the beautifully well-maintained downtown or city center type of juxtaposition type thing, right? And this could also mean that there is just so much customization for your roadsides. And maybe there could even be like a curb appeal meter or some sort of mechanic that makes certain parts appear nice and crime-free. But maybe where there is a bunch of crime, you keep seeing graffiti and trash laying about and whatnot. Maybe there is a menu for curb design, like add more public benches here or trash cans along this road. There is like so much in this trailer though. We have to move on. This video is going to be forever. You see the difference in the curbs. This is case in point. They wouldn't show this if they didn't want us to expect this level of detail at street view. That would be insane if they doctored up the street to look immaculately lived in, and then you play the game and it's like the same as before, maybe just a little bit better. That would not be a good look for them. There has to be some upgrade here. Now, to what extent that is being shown on screen and is then implemented, I'm not sure. But how cool would it be to have slightly more poorer parts of town, like the slums, and then have gated communities on the other side of the map, and then somewhere in between suburbs? Like, anyway, I'm getting carried away again, but there's so many possibilities.
Envision a world created by you.
not much to say here, but the building is being upgraded. It's a new animation. Now, like before, will it come with a full prop-filled construction zone around it with like cranes and construction workers and dirt patches and concrete laying around? Is it for the duration of the build, or will it like require resources? That is like the question, but otherwise, I do like the animation here. I mean, it's just a nice upgrade, even if, nothing is added to that like we was talking about. Now this shot has to be a mix of in-game assets and cinematics, otherwise no one will be able to run this game on PC, let alone console. Most of this may be in-game assets with upscaled resolution or photorealistic copies of the in-game asset, either that or all rendered together with pristine picture quality and mixing in the actual assets in-game, like look and feel, albeit with models of upscaled resolution. This is a good shot though, real or not, you know what I mean?
Chance to shape the future. To create and inspire.
The piece de la resistance. The seasons changing is just awesome. It's a no-brainer. I'll probably watch this part at least 100 times. It's just so cool, and it's such an obvious no-brainer to put in the game. Now maps can be like in a fixed location with seasons changing around them, like desert biomes have mild winters, but temperate grasslands get hot summers and bad winters. This has to be more like for winter services, and maybe even a thing like in the autumn you'll see a bunch of landscape and lawn care people switch to leaf blowing as their priority. You'll see a bunch of that kind of stuff around. Maybe I'll get that in depth. It could mean so much, but this video is running along already, so let's move on. I can't wait to expand on this and make a video about it. Oh man, we gotta get through so much first.
Expand way up high and bring life to your creations.
Now this is one of the things I've seen so few people talk about. Look at the detail on the top of the buildings. I wonder if these things will be customizable, which would be nice because each building could be completely unique from one another, from color to what's on top of the building to the siding of the building to even the look of the windows, maybe to the doors, to whether it's made out of brick or steel or whatever. Will the detail be specific to each building and look nicer depending on the building or where it is in town, or maybe depending on a theme, or vary depending on the function of the building, like residential apartment blocks would have water towers and facility shacks up on top, while uptown the fancy commercial skyscrapers would have rooftop lounges and viewing decks, right? So many possibilities, so much stuff. And I mean, really, this brings us to the end. I'll let it loop in the background while we talk here, but I hope I have inspired you to think about the possibilities that lie within this game. Feel free to let those ideas be known in the comments. If you are still watching, then I truly appreciate your time. If I have earned it, please help this tiny channel grow, get off its feet with a like, and maybe even consider subscribing. Again, if I've earned it, I'll be adding new speculations to discuss from this breakdown, and we will go over each in detail over a fresh new city build until the new game comes out. We will start with the series off with like a new Cities 1 map build, and we will discuss Cities 2 speculation about the new maps. If you have any ideas about the Cities Skylines 2 maps, please let me know. I'll be reading all the comments because the channel is so small, if there is any. So if you are interested, then click the notification bell, because I'm not committed to a schedule, but I will be dropping all my ideas within the next days and weeks, months to come. Thank you again. My name is Shawn, and until next time, kindly piss off.
2 to the 1, from the 1 to the 3. I like good pussy and I like good trees. Smoke so much weed you wouldn't believe, and I get more ass than a toilet seat. 3 to the 1, from the 1 to the 3. I met a bad bitch last night in the D. Let me tell you how I made her leave with me. Conversation and Hennessy. I've been to the motherfucking mountaintop. Heard motherfuckers talk, seen them drop. If I ain't